Hello friends, today the video I'm going to shoot it in English. The reason being we have a special guest with us. His name is Chandrasekhar. So he studied and he worked for many years in Hungary, which is a Schengen country. So fortunately I met him in a seminar where we had to exchange a lot of thoughts because we had the same thoughts. And he is also a YouTube blogger, so he has his own YouTube channel, so he gives a lot of free information for students and people, those who are looking to work abroad. So he is here with us, so I will just ask Mr. Chandrasekhar to introduce himself and also share his experiences in a Schengen country and his thoughts about working in those countries.
Thank you, Prasanna. It is nice to meet you once again. And thank you for inviting me to your office. It is my first time to Bangalore, and one of the reasons I came here is to meet you. And yes, I have been in the business of student recruitment, and now we work with people who want to work in Europe. And so there are opportunities both in terms of higher studies and also in terms of work, because in Europe there is extreme shortage of skilled as well as unskilled manpower. And Bangalore and Karnataka are a hub for highly skilled and semi-skilled and low-skilled manpower. That's why I'm here to connect with you, since you already have an agency which is accredited by Ministry of External Affairs. So it is nice. I'm here to discuss with you the possible ways of collaboration.
Okay. So my question, so this is not my question actually, this is a question of most of the aspirants, those who want to study and settle in European countries. I just have one particular question about the lifestyle in Hungary. So how is it to be in Hungary, and do you think as Indians we have a lot of emotions towards our country, and especially when it comes to the food habits? So is it easy to accommodate in those weather and food culture? So how do you see this actually?
See, again, culturally Hungary is a different country. The weather in winters can be extremely cold, but the best thing is that houses are centrally heated. So even if it is -5 degrees outside or -10 degrees, you can be wearing a t-shirt, okay, inside your home. So most of the houses are centrally heated. Student accommodations are centrally heated. Now in terms of food choices, I'm a vegetarian myself, okay, and I've never had issues with food. So most of the vegetables or lentils are available, and rice, and if you want to make roti, you can make it. So yes, about 80% of what you eat in India is available. 20% which is not available can also be bought from the Indian shops. And in terms of culture, see, Hungary is part of European Union and Schengen zone, and people from all over the world come there to study and to work. And a lot of Indian IT professionals are going there, a lot of factory workers are going there. So Hungary is opening up to India.
Okay. So how is it likely to work in a factory, especially you spoke about factory workers. So I just want to understand about the possible way of working in a factory, and also what will be the salary, and what is the benefits that they can get it, especially if somebody is married, so can they take their spouse, and what about the education for children? That is the main concern for parents actually. So please tell me something about this.
See, as far as I told you, there are all kind of jobs available. When we say factory, there are a lot of manufacturing companies in Hungary. There are Hungarian companies, there are German companies, Japanese, Korean, Indian also. Okay. So being a factory worker can depend on the skills which you already have. For example, there are requirement of welders in factories. There are requirement of general operators. When I say general operators, it does not need any specific training, okay, because the company will train you or assign you a job. Normally the companies expect you to work 5 days a week, 8 hours every day, and you can expect 2 days weekly off. But again, it depends on the workload in your company. Sometimes they expect you to work more, and if you work more, you will also get overtime. But again, it is something which company will decide.
Okay.
And yes, you are eligible for family reunification if you are highly skilled and if your salary is good. Then you can do it along with your own visa process. But if your salary is slightly low, then you may have to wait for 6 months for family reunification. But it is possible to take your family along with you to Hungary. Now, you also asked me about education. Right to education is a fundamental right in Hungary. So if you go there with your family and you have school going kids, they can go to Hungarian school. They don't have to pay any fee. I mean, they may have to pay for books, but that will not be more than 5 to 10,000 rupees in 1 year. Okay, this is something which people pay in a month or more.
That is great.
Okay, and when they go to school, I mean, they also have a dispensary as a school student. Okay, you will also be connected with a doctor, because my son has studied in Hungary. In a school. So this is something which I am telling you from my personal experience. He studied in Hungary for 2 years.
Okay. And what will be the salary for a factory worker, and any other benefits like accommodation, food or something?
See, again, the initial salary is about 220,000 Hungarian forint. But again, there is recession going on in Hungary, so they might revise it. Companies do provide accommodation. Food is something which is dependent on company. Some companies provide you one-time meal during your job. Okay, but accommodation is provided to blue-collar workers. In most.
And what is the salary in Indian currency that you?
Indian currency, I would say you can expect to start at about 50,000. Okay, this is rough, and then it depends on your skill set, on your experience. Yeah. For example, if you are specialized, for example, if you are a welder and have some experience, you can expect about 70,000. If you are a truck driver, who has worked in the Gulf in the past, then you can expect about 1 lakh rupees. Okay, these are initial salaries. They may change with experience.
Okay. And what about IT sector? So this is something which is booming, and most of the people from India, especially from South India, so you can see skilled category of people, especially when it comes to IT sector, we are actually in a brighter side. So what is the opportunities for IT sector people in Hungary?
See, as far as IT sector is concerned, Hungary is like a hub for IT and telecom industry. There are jobs for programmers, testers, analysts, and there are already many Indians who are working there. They work for companies like IBM. Tata Consultancy Services is already there. About 2,500 people work for Tata. And then telecom companies like Deutsche Telekom, British Telecom is there. And then apart from that, there are consultancy companies like Pricewaterhouse, KPMG, Ernst & Young. So there are opportunities. Only thing is that it's a long drawn process, and there are rounds of interviews, so you need to be patient.
So basically for IT sector, so it need not to be a developer, even a tester can try, and anybody who is actually into IT can try, but not somebody who is actually into finance. So for them there might be difficulties, I guess. So what do you think about this? People from commerce background, finance background, can they also try?
See, again, commerce, finance background, they can try. Okay, but it is slightly challenging for them, especially if you are at a mid-level and you are not very technically sound. So getting a job can be challenging. Okay, but I see there a lot of jobs are available in Hungary. For example, I know someone who is going to join pharmaceutical industry in R&D, research and development. I have been told that a lot of Indian companies are setting up R&D centers in Hungary. So in the future we can see opportunities opening up. But yes, at this stage For some sectors, language can be a challenge, but not for IT or for technically skilled people or for factory workers.
Okay. And to be precise, people, those who are trying abroad, so they don't just want to study or work for 2 or 3 years and come back. In their mind, always they will have a thought to settle permanently. So how easy is it to settle in Hungary? So if they go through factory worker visa or any IT professional visa.
See, again, every country has eligibility criteria when it comes to settlement. Okay, when we say settlement, we are essentially talking about permanent residency. Now, according to the website of the National Directorate of Alien Policing of Hungary, which is also called the Immigration Department, you become eligible to apply for national permanent residence after 3 years. But there is an eligibility criteria. So it is possible to apply for national permanent residency card if you are eligible.
So guys, this is about Mr. Chandrasekhar who studied and worked for a few years, and currently he is actually working as a freelancer for most of the companies in Hungary. So we have got a lot of informations from him. So anybody who is looking to work abroad, especially in Hungary, can contact us. So you guys know about my office address because we are actually recognized and authorized from Central Government of India. So factory work, currently we need factory workers and IT professionals. Basically developers, we need it. So we don't need somebody who's into finance currently. So we need, if you're a core developer, probably you can approach us, and we will try to help you with the recruitment process. Thank you, Mr. Chandrasekhar, for visiting Bangalore from, I think he has directly come from Europe, and so he has got a lot of opportunities here. So thank you for sharing your thoughts with us, and we will catch up in near future.
Thank you.
Thank you guys. Thank you for watching this video.
Thank you.